Hello, traders. Welcome to the Turnaround Tuesday live stream, where all hope seemed lost maybe yesterday. Give me a audio check, like always, because we never know. We can't trust technology, because you know how it is. Experience. Yeah, where Bitcoin's up, I mean, almost 4%. At the highs, it was up 4%. Hit a 3-week high. Hence the title, but highest level seen since June 22nd, and hitting formally that 64.9 resistance, which has some good history. March of this year, one test before a face-ripping rally. But further back than that, it's been resistance before in August 2024. It's been support before in April 2024. But then we know that level is so real because it was the old all-time high from April 2021, right? We try to look at this every time. So that is how you know how real it is when we saw the high of the day, the high of the 3 weeks. So it's like, can we break that now? That would be huge. I mean, I think if we see, I think like the probability is a lot higher if Bitcoin buyers are able to break the 64.9 level. We could be looking at a C to D wave, which is a large wave, just like the X to A wave. We could be looking at a larger one that could, I mean, take us to 72K, up to 73.8. Just because history tells you, like, what happens in between these inflection zones, straight up and down. So they could do it again. All right, so that's where we are. Probably contingent upon index funds, and it's still really choppy and maybe neutral right now, where there could be a top getting put in, short-term, mid-term top, or could just be consolidating. I think multi-month consolidation structure could break upward, which I think if it was going to break upward, it would be probably Nvidia leading the markup. So we do have futures open now, reopened 11 minutes ago. You know how it is. They will close the futures market, a lot of the commodities, for 60 minutes. So it's 23/5, 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. So down immediately, not by much. It doesn't even matter really, but just looking at it, quad screening, top left, it's the S&P, down 0.1%, Dow Jones top right, down 0.07%, NASDAQ, down 0.16%, Russell 2000 bottom right, down 0.2%. After it had a nice intraday rally, it did pull back a lot, but just skating around near all-time highs. Any pullback here will probably be, you know, short-lived, and you'll pivot and run higher later. But yeah, I mean, almost overdue for a more significant pullback, but they're not letting it yet. Small cap's been doing really well. Dow Jones also. There hasn't been like consolidation, multiple months of consolidation on the Dow Jones Industrial Average as well as the Russell 2000, like there has been on the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. So definitely different charts, not as homogeneous as they typically are. So Bitcoin working on a massive bullish engulfing candle up against a historical inflection point that breaking it could have significant, profound consequences, with a more significant draw, I guess, markup. And then you have Ethereum that has been terrible, but look what's happening. Highest level seen since June 3rd. So we're talking 5-week highs on Ethereum, as they most recent discernible event that exists on this chart was the buyers recapturing that key 1728 and then confirming it as support. And so we definitely got outperformance here. And there's really not too much here till $1956 to $2,000. We just look at the historical levels. I mean, back from 2021, 2023. and resistance 2025, support 2026. I mean, 1956 to 2000 is kind of like your area, your next inflection zone. So good to see. I mean, we were, last stream, we were looking at the weekly. And if you remember, the weekly was, dang, man, I know this 4 hours not great, but the weekly, right? The buyers recaptured the bullish engulfing candle, and that engulfing candle had buyers recapture the key level. And then last week was the not just confirming the bullish engulfing candle with a follow-through candle, but also that formal back test after recapturing. It's an undeniable level from 2021. So nice start to the week. Again, you can look at this like a potential bullish dragon in development with that really, really nice divergence. This is a textbook stuff, what you see on the second slightly lower low of this wave structure. Yeah, there's probably a supply line. Just reiterating the last analysis. I mean, some people out there could be like, okay, how you anchor the dragon is, one anchor point's the head. The second would be the hump, which I think the hump's kind of from early May. But, kind of just trying to make sense of it whichever way. It does look like you've broken out. I'm getting hacked by China, man. So dragon breakout possible after seeing, at the lows, the lowest RSI on the weekly for Ethereum since July 2022. So we're talking 4-year lows just recently at the bottom. So I think there's just like extreme cautious optimism that is warranted due to the fact that we are just identifying the things we identify on this asset that we have a million different times on. Doesn't matter what market. It gives you some sort of potential edge, greater than 50% chance of, in time, higher prices, not trend reversal, but some sort of rally, impending price action reversal. So that's your Ethereum update, kind of maybe playing ball with the weekly, just like Bitcoin might be playing ball with its weekly. Did I even look at the weekly again? Just reiterating this. This is from the last analysis 2 days ago, the weekly candle close stream. Same thing, right? You've got kind of everything you need. And this one, remember, is that 200-week moving average. This is the stuff we're looking for, man. Like if the buyers could just grow a pair, if risk on could just get a chance here, man, because the Mag 7s haven't really been able to get going. It's been a more broad market rally. If maybe the kings of the 7 kingdoms, right? Get it? Because Mag 7 and Game of Thrones, maybe if they start doing things again, like for real, that could further propagate an index fund rally, which would be a really conducive environment for maybe this seller exhaustion harmonic framework to resolve kind of with TA respect, which again, I mean, I think easily on the weekly, if it all went that way, easily we'd be back at 73,835. If we were fortunate sons that would crack, we might be looking at 91,000. Again, that's not a trend reversal. This is just wave analysis. Okay, and we have a really favorable wave structure developing. They could take it to 91K and that's it. They could take it to 100K and that's it. We're going below 52K in time after that. That's what I mean. So this is just impending wave reversal, I guess you could say, on a significant time scale, increased probability of it, but nothing certain. So take that how you will, right? Is this making sense, chat? Are we good? No 4K streaming here. Unfortunately, this $10,000 computer is getting so old it can't even do 4K. It's wild, dude. And my itty bitty laptop, sick laptop, can do 4K, but we're in the battle station right now, so it's okay, dude. You don't need to see my my nose hairs or my pores on my face. It's okay. Nine Kingdoms SAR. Okay, well then add in SpaceX and Broadcom or something. Whatever, dude. Okay, anyway, so that's big on Ethereum weekly. We looked at XRP and Solana, which just aren't as good. Don't really care. We said whatever Bitcoin Ethereum does, which might be good soon. Ethereum or XRP and Solana are gonna follow. Talked about Solana's outperformance to XRP, up 3.8%, kind of in line with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up 4%, and they're, guess what? Right now, they're starting to knock on the door again. And this isn't like an arbitrary number. Like, this is it, man. The 2021 cycle top, or at least the April 2021 peak. This is not a joke, man. Like, understand the significance of breaking this could be insane. All right. And kind of like, if you care about short-term, small structures, look what their like psychology and stuff. Look what locally is going on. I mean, you've actually got like a low and a same. It's almost like a mini pennant sending triangle behavior, reaccumulation behavior on a 4-hour time scale. Hold on one sec. So they're trying to break it right now. We are the highest of day on Bitcoin, and just understand this could be real good. I mean, this is the week. We're probably looking at the weekly trying to play out that divergence, the whole Scott Carney harmonic framework. We could be witnessing it already attempting to play out. 200-week moving average recaptured, retested, everything you could dream of. So let's hope for that. Solana 3.3%, nothing to write home about. There is certain bullish divergence on the weekly. We just know Bitcoin's going to break out and rally to 73, 75K. You know all these altcoins are going to catch some bids. They might even underperform Bitcoin. So not really worried about them. Don't care about them that much. Only really care about Bitcoin, Ethereum these days. They're the ones with the most liquidity, largest market caps. And yeah, the technicals for some reason are the most astounding to me. So yeah, there you go. All right, so just that's your crypto. I mean, we looked at total. Dude, did y'all know that the oldest living mammal is a turtle named Jonathan? Like right now, we're all on Earth alive, and he's out there. I mean, to me, that's insane. How? It's like
I like turtles.
We're in the Matrix or something. I like turtles. I like the oldest turtle on Earth. So here you are, right? Up against, so Bitcoin's up against the big resistance. They're trying to break it right now. I guess in a way, total is too, up against that 2.2 trillion level. Not a joke, man. This is a very real level that goes back years. To break it, you could, I mean, it's almost like, oh, all right, dude, don't we have bear pole, bear flag played out, but weekly exhaustion. So they're not able to really take it any lower. The buyers are kind of defending 2 trillion. It looks like just a textbook dragon. 1 foot, 2nd foot. You know what happens next? It's the turtle. It's the turtle dragon, right? The dragon. The bullish divergence is certainly there on the 2nd foot, slightly lower low. And if it played out, if you just want a modest target, a 618 takes you to 2.44 trillion. That's right in line, right around where that'd probably be where the 200-day simple moving average would be if we did get some sort of relief rally higher. If the dragon was going to resolve bullishly, 618 modest target. If things were going to get a little bit nicer, 2.5 trillion. That's a 78% retrace. That is confluent with the old all-time high from May of 2021 for the crypto market. So, all right, 64.9 on Bitcoin right now. Very nice. Deep breaths. We got a dragon on the turtles.
I like turtles.
Okay, so S&P 500, Matt. Okay. S&P 500, you know, it's beautiful. We got ourselves a technical, right? Get mad at me, man. It's a technical bullish. It's a diamond top continuation for now. Until new data presents itself that would refute that. Still think there's a little bit of an obstacle. This peak from mid-June, from 1 month ago, they're still trying to break it or confirm that we're screwed. You just don't want a drawdown right here, because that would be a technical form of confirmation of distribution. So we don't want a failed, and the fact that they already broke out and they confirmed the breakout's real with the back test. I mean, come on, man. And I think legit, right, in Star Wars, it was all about Anakin Skywalker. He was the one to bring the balance to the Force. I think it's NVIDIA. The market cap's the number one market cap asset. It's stayed number one. I mean, outside of like day 3, day 2 of SpaceX or something. I can't remember. Anyway, NVIDIA, 7.5 months. It's not like 8.5 months now of consolidation, signs of strength. We just had a backup. And maybe all we need now is confirmation. And we get some, we could say Wyckoff reaccumulation in its final phase. And it would be confirmed with the confirmation, which is kind of breaking the 212 level that it broke out of today, but probably reaching past that 230 mark, which is the old all-time high from a month ago. So that's all we need, man. We just need NVIDIA. I mean, NVIDIA commands this market. So you want all-time highs on the S&P and NASDAQ, NVIDIA needs to come back into the fold, because it has not been participating again for over half a year. So that's your S&P. Your NASDAQ, a little weirder. Yeah, I don't know. Is it a diamond? It could be a diamond, man. Sure, could be a diamond. Could be just a sim triangle, neutral structure. You don't have to get cute with it. Dead middle of this consolidation structure. Flip a coin. It's going to 30K, 30,300. Flip a coin, it goes to 29K. So that's where you're at. I mean, it's kind of tough. You are coin flip within coin flip. The structure is a coin flip. And then you're in the dead middle of the structure. So you're not at a demand line. And you're not at a supply line. So that's like flipping a coin, all right, and then flipping another coin. Kind of tough there. Liquidate Burry. It is already, I believe, reported that Michael Burry has closed out of his. He closed out of his Palantir short, but he still might be short on NVIDIA. But yeah, if he's still short on NVIDIA, yeah, let's just liquidate him. That'd be great. Chris F., how long ago was that, man? Because that actually is very real. Like, outside of some technical stuff, like crypto has been radioactive. Like, it has been a Chernobyl event for your portfolio for the greater part of 10 months, 11 months, I think 10 months. So yeah, like there were places where you could have reallocated your capital and retired your bloodline. So anyway, shout out y'all okay. NASDAQ, y'all are as dead as normal, so just was making sure you didn't flatline or the stream didn't die. Yeah, Dow Jones still just near all-time highs. No structures here outside of the channel. Like, there's not like a consolidation structure. It's just been marching higher. So the bots are turned on. Hit that 1414 fib extension. Still waiting on that 1618 golden mean ratio, 54K. Beautiful. Yeah, it had a crazy intraday move. I'm not sure exactly what asset that was. But then you pulled back and you're still grinding higher. Still a rising wedge. Upsloping price contraction, what you could call it. And I mean, maybe we could try to adjust the trend lines here to make it a different structure. Maybe it's just a channel, you know. But I think even if this played out bearishly, it would probably underperform and then pivot and then rally way higher sooner. Yeah, we'll check the DXY for sure, man. So those are your 4 index funds. Let's look at gold and silver now. Again, we're just going across the market. I'm trying to provide value with market analysis, right? And then if people want to see anything else, y'all hit me up, let me know, and we'll look at those. But we always do this first. Okay, you had a nice little rally today after that just decimating dump yesterday. This is all dependent on global liquidity, the equities market. As you can tell, what happened yesterday to everything? Risk on, wrecked, oil pumped. Okay, what happened today? Complete and utter reversal of the risk on market. And guess what happened? Oh wow, gold did the same thing. So gold's kind of synced up, global liquidity, synced up with equities right now. It just had a rally. But even if it did rally, again, I think the whatever rally you saw would conclude lower than 43.81. And then you would roll over later, so at lower prices. So I think you're just in a downtrend, man. You had 2.5 years or whatever of a dynastical run, and it concluded with mania, retail mania, China mania. Remember what happened? All the gold and silver shops looked like actual Apple stores. They were so crowded with retail, paying stupid amounts, but the paper market was just completely propped up on leverage. And it looks like the market's just been de-levering, and maybe it still is attempting to de-lever. And also, maybe that's over. But capital is continuously reallocating to other markets now, where maybe there's more opportunity, better trends, all that. Looking for things that, maybe look like gold did, in 2020. Sideways consolidation after a nice markup, long periods of consolidation, and then preceding it a huge rally after. I mean, people just looking for better trends, more value. I mean, things are still crazy on gold, crazy high. Remember just 2 years ago, we're talking, 2,400 gold. Now it's still over $4,000. Silver, an even more insane situation. Well, at least during the mania, it was crazy. It was the one, man. Now it's just kind of bear flagging. But remember, they could take this bear flag price to $64 again for a bearish backtest, because they never did. And short squeeze, and then later you roll over. But this is a long... It's been a while. I mean, greater part of the year, most of the year, this has been unwinding. And there's no edge for buyers. There's nothing implying that sellers are exhausted at all. There's no structure that would imply, hey, big reversal coming. But we do know in downtrends you can get waves up. So it could happen again. Just terrible context situation right now for silver. If you want to be going fresh long, it's not the place, I don't think. And hasn't been the place. You know that. And we called it, this was like closing reversal candle, blow off top. Then the dead cat bounce. Remember the dead cat bounce? It was 50%. And then it was a dark cloud cover candle. It was it, man. It's over. What's up, Dragon's Blood? Hope you're prepared for tomorrow's game. How about that? France got wrecked today. I mean, it was pretty much 3-0. Well, offsides, barely. But still, man, Spain just cleaned up. Mbappe neutralized. So it'll be interesting to see if the UK can beat the Germans. I mean, the Argentinians. You know what I mean, if you're real.
Praying oil pulls back a little, then Iran gives us a fatatu right up twumps bunghole 3 for the United States of Israel, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, just being real, USA never loses financially. So we can have a, hey, oh, you could have a Vietnam. Oh, dude, but the US lost some of these dumb wars. Okay, but nah, dude. You're not beating the US. Not for real. Not like, oh my God, we really won. No. So it's turned out very bad for you if you've been betting against the US. So Anyway, yeah, didn't request anything. You just want oil to pull back. Speaking of oil, we'll go to that right now. Thanks for the 10. Yeah, nice little recovery. They recaptured 78.35, the 200 already. I mean, I don't think this is gonna go much further. I mean, you could go to 85. A gap fill would be a good target at 84.22. They might as well take it 85, 87 inflection zone from there. But wherever this rally concludes, it's probably gonna be a lower high than all these previous highs, and then a rollover after that. So, I mean, almost dead cat bounce stuff. I mean, they're just going for a retrace right now, and they'll probably eventually want to go for a retest of 67 and confirm, see if it's real, because the oscillators aren't set up right. Like there's no, like the way it looks, it's like it's just a reflexive rally that will conclude, and you'll end up with something like this eventually, like something like that. And then at that point, that's when your oscillators start playing ball. That's when you start seeing stuff like this. And that's what you're looking for. The slightly lower low locally, the dragon stuff, and then you get the bullish divergence. And then it's like, oh my God, yes, sellers are definitely technically exhausted. They're tired. So a much more meaningful rally could occur after that. But for now, I think you're just in a reflexive rally that typically happens, the X to A wave. And maybe it goes a little higher, whatever. But I think it will go for a retest. Slightly higher low, same low, or slightly lower low. And if not, we're not trying to predict the future. We're just looking for an edge, so we can have a better idea of what could be coming next, like an increased probability. And we don't have any sort of increased probability situation here. All right. And that's true, trader, man. Yeah, taxpayers get wrecked. For sure. But that's why it's important to be your own financial advisor. That's why it's important to understand how to read charts, how to understand like trend analysis, like having just knowing like, hey, I'm just looking at a random chart. Why would I own this? Oh yeah, there's a reason maybe why I would own this. The trend is great. Wow, there's a nice little correction in the uptrend. Wow, they're like confirming key levels that were once resistance. They're now support. Whoa, twice? Confirmation? I mean, just things like that just help. I just think it helps you in determining what you might want to put your money in versus just not knowing it at all. Nothing about it. So as a taxpayer or not, whatever. Yeah, I think it's important to know that. And I think more than ever after 2020, 2021. I mean, central banks printing 40% of all the circulating money supply into the system, everything doubling overnight because fiat purchasing power collapsed, like got cut in half. So I think it's important to own financial instruments that will keep up with or outrun inflation. How do you do that? If you don't know anything, I mean, you can just buy index funds too. But yeah, I mean, you can just take it to whatever level you want to. Look at Bitcoin right now. They're attempting to break this thing out. Look above my head, chat. This is not a joke. This is serious. This is a huge deal. Okay, US oil. We can look at the DXY, the US dollar. Or if oil is a harmonic, it's not completed. You'd want to see oil at an 886, probably in $61. From the lowest point here to the highest point, I think you want an 886 down, confluent with a horizontal line support. Okay, so it's 786 in it right now. I think it's reacting off the 786. Normal stuff. Oh wow, you get reflexive rallies off of Fibonacci nodes. Yes, 618, 786s, 886s. Yeah, initial ones. But we're looking for the second one. We're looking for that second local test, not the first one. First one's kind of, it's unpredictable. You don't know. It could happen, or they just don't let it. Anyway, yeah, DXY. DXY is still in that Wyckoff accumulation situation. Still holding on to $100 psychological level. Could be bull flagging could be a minor consolidation structure. I wouldn't put much weight on that, but it's just interesting to see. I mean, levels that just go back to January 2023. I mean, you can see them right there on the screen 1 and 2 times. They were successfully defended before, rallies to 105, 104 ensued. You lost it, but and then a big rally, and then look, another test, successful test in December 2023, another test reversal in 2024, September 2024. It's like $100. I mean, before huge rallies occurred. So being above this level long enough, I think, increases your chances of 102 to 105. So, but it's like the context though. It's like, look at the perfect Wyckoff accumulation before that. And I love, I think this is in itself a sign of strength. Could end up being completely wrong, but the fact that this trading range, there was too much demand for them to even see the bottom of the trading range. So it was like a lot of accumulation. And then after that sign of strength, they broke this thing out, which is another form of sign of strength. So now they're maybe committing the backup, the BU. After the BU is typically the confirmation, which is big markup, big impulse higher. Garland oil, dude, again, for me, I'm a little bit more nuanced and a little bit more, okay, you can say Gartley, but man, that 786 isn't confluent with a key support. You don't have anything on the oscillators implying it's a good buy. I think it's a lower risk weighting. But yeah, you do your thing, Kang. So DXY, oil, gold, silver, index funds, the crypto market. Let's look at SpaceX, right? Yeah, let's do SpaceX. So you can see how screwed you are if you're anyone who owns it. It's fugly, man. The whole chart was an inverse cut with Hendelman. The dead cat bounce was abysmal. Like, what kind of retrace did you get? Dude, the dead cat bounce, it was more like a dead kitten bounce, because dead cat bounces, they typically go 50%. And that would have been a gap fill too, a real one, 185. But it was so horrible that they couldn't even achieve a 38% retrace before this thing ended up just collapsing. So that is testament to the lack of demand that exists on this asset. Crazy valuations, man. It's still worth like $1.7 trillion. So I think, maybe it'll get more appetizing, 100, lower than 100. For now, yeah, it just, people got to take profit on their pre-IPO price. There's going to be an unlocking period, I believe, in August, and don't know if that's going to have any sort of positive effect on the price. So best of luck. Cooked, man. Cooked. Great wealth transfer. Rocket's supposed to go. Well, I mean, dude, space exploration technology. This is exploration, but it's just not the exploration that people might want. You are in price discovery. Discovery, exploration. You're exploring, and while you're exploring, you are discovering new lows. So it is definitely living up to its name. Cooked. Yeah, cooked. And then, wow, you want to see something insane? Jim Cramer strikes again. IBM, a mainly Indian company now. For what reason? Who knows? This thing needs to go to zero. If like now all the jobs are in India or given to Indians, like why? Why would this company be $200 something? Forget it. A huge run. I mean, it was so good, but earnings came out, abysmal earnings. Top to bottom miss and major gap down. Someone bought a lot of calls, or a lot of calls today, I think. But that's the highest volume spike in a very long time, maybe since '07. So that's a tremendous amount of selling. That is historical selling on a terrible earnings report. It is pretty cool. Like, you gotta admire the technicals, bro. They did this. Okay, this line's been here 295.75. Okay, it's an all-time high from July of last year. They upthrusted through this. They sold off and they rallied. They abandoned babied at the top. Okay, whatever. You don't have to say that. But what they did do was look at that dark cloud cover. Forget the dark cloud cover. They went up the day before earnings and reconfirmed 295.75, the high from 2025, as resistance, rejected it, and closed the day. That is a horrible technical event. That is some beautiful price action, and it legit prophesized the earnings. Because if this was Forex or if this was crypto, something like that happening, what happens? Just a big red candle down, not major gap down. 25%, quarter of its market cap gone in less than 24 hours. Insane, dude. So despite earnings, pretty cool event, pretty cool price action. Star, we are very valuable. No, you're not. Get wrecked, dude. Get wrecked. Yes, I still have the Tesla vodka. You can see the mescal behind me, the little lightning, but the vodka is just sitting in somewhere very safe. That's all I can say. Yeah, Jim Cramer, though, said that it's a great buy it now yesterday. Yeah. So cooked, dude. Yeah, he had a recovery on the solar stocks. Just looking at, I mean, man, God, dude, I'm telling you, Solar Edge, like it's up 6.5% today. They might take it to 42. Or this is a trade setup that hit a target, a price objective. There is another price objective at $88 and change up here. You just got to wonder what's really cool about this, and maybe this is the bottom, the bottom. So like 48.71, that high from November 2025. I love how they tested once and twice. And they're like, for now, it's confirmed as support. And for now, I mean, as of today, they recaptured the high from March. I mean, it's almost like setting it like a dragon, maybe. But your short-term target, if this is real price action, it's not a fake out, it's like $70, 69.69. Repeating, of course. Okay, you hadn't seen positive momentum since June 5th. So, actually looking really nice trend. That was the whole reason why this is a trade setup. Nice trend correlation to levels. Could just be doing the same thing it just did in May. So very optimistic about Solar Edge, whether it's here or if they do want to take it down to the $243, whatever. SunPower, well, it was bad. Not like the one you're looking at. I don't know why this is. It was up 10%. I guess it lost it. Carvana was up 8+% today. Not really sure what to make of this one. It looks like a crazy head and shoulders, right? It really does. It looks like it's over. It's below the 200 moving average now. You don't do that. In uptrends, you just don't see the price trade like that really long. So it is definitely like a struggle here. Do we think this is cooked? I think you could have just the argument that whatever the price does would dictate. If you're trading below $72 to $75 on Carvana, you don't want to own it. You might not want to own it. It's like an insurance policy because you've got the kind of maybe bearish momentum structure that's there. It's completely matured, but it hasn't resolved yet and hasn't confirmed it. I think a break below $58 would confirm this. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to own it below this old high from 2021 because they're kind of negatively correlated, relating the price to that level as well as being below the 200 moving average. So it's pretty neutral right now, but it's look at the run it went on, before it. And it's like, maybe it is over. This is a really tough one, man. It's super neutral, but it's up a lot today. So Carvana has split. Yeah, it did split for sure. It split recently. Back in May 1st was the split. Yeah, Lucid nuked. Oh, it recovered. Oh, it's still nuked, right? It's still down like 16% or whatever. Yeah, they're filing bankruptcy or they're not. Okay, Dell was up 7% today. Dude, it's insane. We're in 1998, 99 situation. Second highest daily candle close ever. Good luck shorting this, man. It's impossible. What if they just mark this up to 600? Or at least maybe 500 psychological level. They might want to test the 500 because you're so close now anyway. I mean, you know what's actually going on locally? Like, look at the RSI. You have a low on price, and then you have a higher low on price. I mean, you are like hidden bullish diverging on the daily on Dell. What the heck? I mean, that's freakish stuff. Low, slightly higher low, and then just lower levels of relative strength. No way. Like, tell me this isn't real. Like, tell me I'm freaking dreaming on Dell. Pending price action continuation implied. They gapped it up though. They'll fill that gap, but I wonder, are you gonna confirm a top at 469 all-time high, or is this divergence gonna play out and take you to 500? BBBY that we did like. I mean, it had the structure, at the supports, right? The things you wanted. It had them, but yeah, it's been kind of crapping out lately. They can't get it above the 200, and this sometimes happens. I remember Under Armour did the same garbage. Like, you're almost confirming one high, a second high below the 200, and this thing could completely crap out soon. Very disappointing, but it's still like.
You are a fine mentor. Teach that. Can we look at S1 the ticker?
Yeah, man. Thank you for the 22. We'll look at Sprint or something, whatever it is. S. We'll look at S. Forgot. Yeah, so I'm a little concerned about these two highs being lower than this high, kind of, from January. All below the 200. You're back to support where you shouldn't be at. You should be holding it. Maybe they're trying to do a type 2 return. You just know kind of like your threshold for tolerance for this is probably going to be like below 450. Might be cooked. Never going to apologize for identifying a shark at a level of such historical significance. So, yeah, could be better for sure. Could be a lot better. Mag 7s, yeah, I mean, we can just knock out the Mag 7s real quick. Let me do that. Nvidia, big time, man. Like, this is a huge deal. Like, for real, a huge deal. If they can break 212.19, the old all-time high from October, I think you're in insanely good shape. Highest daily candle close today since June 15th, so 1 month highs, really. And this is the one. I think this is the one, man. This is the Anakin Skywalker. This is the one that would bring balance to the Force. That S&P NASDAQ diamond. You want positive resolution on it? All you need is this right here to conclude, finally conclude its 8-month consolidation and go into price discovery. Take us to $300. That's all we need. This thing's been sitting out everything. It sat out the crypto capitulation rug pull event. It sat out the gold and silver buying climax mania. It sat out the SanDisk, Applied Materials, Micron, all that memory rally that is still ongoing. It sat out everything. So it's still number one. Number one market cap. Still reporting insanely good earnings. Throughout the entire earnings report, you had, the entire formal consolidation, you've had 4 earnings reports. They've all been top to bottom beats. Increased dividends, share buyback, everything. Stuck, but I'm telling you, man, you stay sideways like this long enough after the prevailing impulse, that impulse that started it, if it's up like that and your trend's long term, this is only really good. You can call me crazy all you want. This is the key to the whole city. All right, that's your Nvidia. Killed it today, up 4%. Second best gainer was Google, about 2%. Again, this one wasn't in consolidation phase for 8.5 months. Nvidia slept through the entire Google run. Multiple all-time high peaks, right? So breaking the, I guess consolidation, breaking some consolidation Structure, channel breakout, back test, bullish engulfing candle today. Maybe, just maybe, could be time to attempt a rally here. But yeah, I mean, it's not much value here. You are just trying to put in a higher base, trying to put in the highest base ever, highest low ever on Google. Okay, it was a good performer. Third best performer was, starting to get limited. Meta, which crazy, right? I mean, what we wanted, we didn't get. You could still get it, right? You could anytime type 2 return it. But it's really cool. We were able to identify this bullish pattern, this bullish bat pattern before this reaction. You have 2 gaps up. Just a couple days ago, you saw your highest price in over a year. So 52-week highs on Meta, above the 200 moving average for the first time in over a year, and above some really key levels. So you're in really good shape here. Cool to see a type 1 reaction. You wonder, though, is it a type 1 reaction? I think it might end up doing what Apple did, where Apple, was it really a type 2? I don't even know if it was a type 2 return. It was kind of just like they consolidated at the 886 up and down, but then it went berserk without maybe a formal type 2 return. So speaking of Apple, just look at it right now, just because it was like this. It was very similar, same M shape.
Hey Mitch, can we take a look at STIM as it has been ripping?
Yeah, Nathan Beers, a Nebraska man. We'll look at it for sure. Thank you, dude. STEM. Yeah, type 3 return. We were joking about it when we were looking at it, right? Or was that TNDM? I can't remember. Get them confused. STEM, TNDM. Thank you, dude. We'll look. So maybe you're like, that kind of bearish abandoned baby. I mean, that in a way is definitely kind of, yes, a bearish abandoned baby and like a shooting star at the same time. And it's one high, second high. So they definitely did us dirty yesterday. But it was crazy how well it performed. But how was that? How was that? Like, we had such a bad macro day yesterday. Risk off everything. And then today, everything recovered, but not Apple. So Apple's like this contrarian performing stock where, like, if we get a bad macro day again, this thing's going to hit all-time highs and just go above 320. So, but yeah, Meta kind of in Apple's situation, different context really, because, Meta's been in this gross downtrend for a while, but same structures, 886s. All right, let's go to Tesla, up 0.36% today. It's still below the key levels. Really tough here, man. Really, really tough. I am just unable to really get a good read on this one. It's below the 200, below all the key inflection points from 2021. All of them. Making like a high, a local lower high, lower low, and then another lower high. Like, that's like distribution behavior, like price action. So you have like kind of a compelling bearish argument based on certain things, but they're not letting it dump. They're just not letting it. I mean, but see, for me, I cannot in good conscience really like Tesla below 400 or 1450, below the 200 moving average, rejecting all of that, and also making a lower high than the high we saw in late May. I have to be cautious. If it was flipping it, I would actually feel a lot better. I'd be like, dang, man, this might be your third valley here. They're recapturing the 200 moving average. We're trading above all key levels here. This might be getting set up for way higher prices. No cap. No cap. Zoomers. You see what I'm saying? Like, flip the chart over and it's like, dang, this looks good for higher.
Bruh.
Oh man. Oh, it sucks, dude. Sucks. I want Tesla to do well, but yeah, it's gonna be real tough, dude. You gotta get back above 414.50. You do it. We'll start looking at it more positively, but until then, it is kind of hands off. Like, you have to be kind of hands off. Like, you'll get a random pump. You might miss a random 5% candle back above all these key levels, back above the 200, back above this local high we just put in. But to miss out on that is a form of insurance Like that all happens, then fine, reconfirm all these key levels you just recaptured as support. That's insurance. Right now, it is hard to trust this crap. It just is. All right, let's go to Amazon. It's up 0.07% today, flat. They got this thing up against, well, I mean, they're above the 2025 level. This is much different than Tesla. I mean, the weekly is phenomenal. The weekly is just grand here. I love Amazon above 241, 242. You can be kind of optimistic about it above that level. You got a good trend behind you. Understand it could flop out and you could see 218 again, and you're still respecting this uptrend's bottom threshold. So, I mean, not anything wrong here. You're just in the heart line, right? You're at the heart line of the uptrend, which, what does that mean? Like fair market value for the trend.
At Vincent Lectercala 7432 super chatted $35.20. Hey, good evening, Mitch. Can you look at Fly? Seems to be a big reset. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, Vince, man, for the super chat. We will certainly look at FLY. Big reset. Oh, but are we impulsing? Or are we consolidating? Are you looking for big resets? And then after the big resets, which is the impulse down, then you're looking for beautiful structures to develop, and sometimes it takes months, depending on the time scale. So, yeah, Amazon's good above 242, very interesting, but at the heart line. So you don't think you have an edge or anything. I think it goes to 218. You're oversold in the uptrend, and it might be a better buying opportunity. Just as much as it could hold above 242 and have a nice run to all-time highs at $298, $300 psychological, and then it would be considered overbought thresholds in the uptrend. It's your Amazon. So now we look at Microsoft, the last of the Mag 7s, and after that 113 shark or whatever, see, this is in a downtrend still, right? You made a lower low, you're making lower highs still. The buyers were unable to capture this inflection zone, $388, $400. You look left, understand what is it. Here it is. I mean, it's like a swing low from May 2024, August 2024, swing high from March 2025, swing low from February 2024, a swing low from April 2026. So, I mean, like, if they can break that, fine. I mean, you might be getting ready for 430 if you're lucky, but I think it's not the best price action you really want. I'm just being real. I'm not looking at this like it's a massive market cap asset. I'm looking at this like I would anything else. And what you really want, whether it's this, you always are wanting to see some sort of this stuff. You want to start seeing like higher lows. You want to start seeing type 2 returns, confirmation lows. You want to start seeing your oscillators do the exact same thing. You want to see your oscillators, whatever it is, maybe a little higher, but eventually you want to see this, man. You want to see a local low, slightly lower, slightly higher. You want to see some bullish convergence or divergence. You just want to see the same things, predictable stuff. All right. You don't have it yet. You don't have it. So I think you're more so flipping coins for now on Microsoft. So those are Mag 7s. Okay. The future is still down a little bit, flat, not a big deal. Kind of nothing burger. Sentinel 1 was request. Huge candle today. Wow. Spectacular move, but did we break out? I'm not sure. I think we closed right at it. $20 is the not just psychological threshold, but it is actually real on this chart. I mean, swing low, candle close 2022. Resistance 2025. To break that, huge consequence. This could very well be some sort of, is it a Wyckoff accumulation thing? I mean, it's type 1. Maybe this is a type 2 return of this shark here. I just know the consequence, if they could really break it, they might take it to $30. $29-$30. So let's look left here. And it's terrible like situation. I mean, it's right. The consolidation is like a huge dump, sell off. So you're in a no trend right now but I guess the long term would be downtrend because the impulse was down. So I'm not sure if we have an edge here, or I don't know how we would play this since you're up against resistance up, right? You might be just at the midpoint of this big trading range between $12.82 and $29. So if you're the dead middle of a trading range, you're not at the actionable area. You're not at the level that you can actually strategize this formally, right? Could be a slightly higher high. They reject this and we see a sell-off back to $12.82. So it is all dependent on what these buyers can do. If there's enough demand to break 20, you could be going for a smooth ride up to $29, but that's just, you're in the middle of a trading range, right? If we are trading range bros, trading range traders, we're looking to long at bottoms with structures that have developed, and we have technical indicators down there, divergencies, spring back tests, all that, or shorting the opposite, right? For confirmation highs, lower highs on the up thrust, back tests of up thrust, bearish divergence, all that. You don't have either right here. So you're stuck, unfortunately, in the dead middle. So you are flipping coins like definitively on S. Thank you for the 20 to stem for Mr. Nebraska. He's a Husker, man. Yeah, well, we were memeing about this one where it's like, dude, triple bottom. I mean, like they defended 126, right? Again. So you would think like maybe this is more significant. Like it could be. It could also just be a triple bottom, which happens sometimes. It's not that common. Like I experience checking markets. I almost never see triple bottoms resolving with huge reversals. But in this situation with this massive M shape, can't be that surprised. I mean, dude, it's just such a real level. It's just not a joke. 143, 126 zone. That's it, man. Like it's great. It's weekly is insane. And they're continuously diverging it. Right? Every time you make a low, you make the same low, you make the same low again. You're committing forms of divergence. Class B, bullish divergence. Classic divergence. So hot green. Yeah, triple divergence. So do I know if it's going to play out? No. But my God, it's still like your upside here is insane if it actually performs well, which is just another game. We don't know how well this will perform if this actually does play out. You could just make a lower high and then these local highs be a loser, retest 126, lose it, and be at all-time lows. Right? That could definitely happen. But for now, I'm just saying like you're not dead yet. It's not over yet for this trade, position trade. It's just yet to really play out, and you might have a triple bottom with continuous divergence. I don't know if it'll play out. So there you go, man. That's your stem, Nathan, dude. Okay. Let me check my notes here. Can Oracle devs do something? Oracle, dude, I mean, it's got the framework. It really does. Let's see here. Fly Aerospace. Well, we've been here before, but it was a long time ago. It was back in March. This thing's committing it's another shark. Right, you're near an 886. You're probably at an 88% retrace right now, down 3.23%. This thing is getting wrecked. It might be wow, what a weekly, beautiful, undeniable, dark cloud cover. This was like not just this is a dark cloud hurricane. Just after this candle was confirmed, look at what happened. It's been devastation. Cat 5. Sustained winds over 200 miles an hour on this dark cloud cover right here. Wow. So yeah, I mean, you're talking about a full reset. Yeah, you're right about that. But I don't know crap about this company. Clearly, they don't make any money, so they're just a loser. Yeah, you got like a big M shape occurring, but remember, it's more about you're exceeding an 886 now, dude. You got to be hands off on it, right? Because what I was saying before even looking at this chart, right? Oh, reset. So is there a consolidation structure now? No. Well, you don't have an edge. You don't know when this thing's gonna stop selling off. It's horrible. I mean, this is actually what a freaking shark though. I mean, textbook before. I mean, look what that did. Prophetic. You went up 241% in 86 days off this freaking shark. It's over now. Traders obviously traded it. And look at that. Wow, man. Talking about just looking back at it. What a beautiful, godlike tweezer top reversal Japanese candlestick pattern. So perfect. Never ignore the tweezer top ever on the daily. Look how it concluded. Lowest daily candle close today since March 11th. End of this whole correction. Down 65% in 49 days. Devastated, dude. So, I mean, gap fill looks like it's imminent, dude. Like you're $20. Psychological level, gap fill, full reset, no edge. I mean, maybe at some point, if the selling concludes, you'll start getting divergence on the MACD. Definitely not on the RSI. You have no help on the RSI. Lowest relative strength reading today since November 2025. So, all right, there you go. That's your Firefly Aerospace. Emphasis on the fire. Find like a fruit fly. Not even. And you know what happens to fruit flies? This is what happens to fruit flies. Bitcoin buyers attempting to break this thing out right now. Again, we have another breakout attempt on the corn, the Bitcoin. Will we do it? The weekly implies it's very possible. In fact, quite possibly, somewhat probable. Yeah, and I haven't been able to say that effing stuff for like a year. We actually have an edge on the weekly. Hidden divergence, not really doing anything. So look at this huge candle up 4.33%, going for the highest daily candle close since June 16th. And again, in the midst of potential mega Ladon breakout, where price typically is historically going to 69K minimum, and we have ourselves a potential dragon. It's just a standard thing, man. It's a dragon. You already broke out of that. The dragon pattern already. You know what kind of reminds me of? We've identified successful dragon in 2025. Y'all don't, anyone remember? Look back. Oh, here it is. It's a dragon. You have bullish divergence. It's a much larger structure. But it was there. If you were watching the streams, day by day, it's identified, and then it broke out, and then it ran to all-time highs. So we still have the same type of structure going on right now on Bitcoin with weekly help, where you don't even need to talk about a dragon right here. VIX looks like it's bottoming. I mean, I don't really, dude, it's all headline driven, man. Like, sure, yeah. So what's going to be the catalyst that wrecks the market? We could be screwed, and Nvidia could be done for, dude. But I'm just thinking a little bit beyond technical analysis. I'm allowed to have an opinion beyond technical analysis too. Like, I just think Nvidia is the key. Sat out for 8 months, but it was all bullish consolidation, and now you're starting to, I mean, you're very close to a form of confirmation, reaccumulation, final event that occurs, the confirmation. I think you're right at it, man. You just need a couple good days on Nvidia and it will be confirmed. So only needs to go up 30% in value to catch up the NASDAQ. Horrible, dude. Okay, do we have another request, or was that it? Yeah, that was it. We have no more requests. We had 3 today. So yeah, we're just looking at Bitcoin. I've been live for an hour and 11 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button below. So thanks so much for being here. If you are here, thank you. Like, I'm very grateful. If you still watch me, I've been doing this, my God, over 8.5 years now. And yeah, things have changed so much since I started streaming. And just, I need to mention, think about when I started more like just analyzing markets or starting my own trading journey, how things have changed so much. It is crazy. So big optimism on Bitcoin, Ethereum right now. What's up, Element up P? But yeah, we had yeah, let's look at Oracle real quick because that type 2 return, slightly lower low to type 2, kind of really interesting. I know it could be horrible. I know it's down another 2.72%. I know it's horrible, man. It's like maybe it's just gonna fail, but you're still in that harmonic optimum price territory where, dude, yeah, I know it's so bad. It's like it looks like it's over. But this is why it's just important to be a harmonic bro, because they turn this thing around this week, next week. So what if they defend? What if 127 is support? This is, I mean, it may not. It may be over for Oracle. And there could be some fundamentals that are really bad that just make this thing fail miserably. But dude, in a situation like this, it's always darkest before the dawn. Like, for real, this is where they pivoted here. Formal bullish back test from 2023. We're just waiting for data to be able to say, might be time to pull the trigger. It's just not yet, because that candles, those favorable candles we need, aren't there yet. But you think about whenever, if that ever happens, you start losing negative momentum, you start getting that same type of bullish divergence on the slightly lower low type 2 return. So I've just I know it looks over. It really does. But this is oftentimes what it looks like before it's not over. And I love lower low double bottoms too, because they perform the most insane if it actually ends up becoming one. So it would be crazy type 2. This should be on your watch list. Should be paying attention to this every day now. Not taking action yet, but understanding the framework and right where we are. It's just before potential action. Yeah, old Jeff, man, he's a family man now. As I know a lot of you are now family people before, or, since we all congregated here. Death or glory. Yeah, this is a death or glory situation. I mean, holding this would be it. This would be possibly the level to be incrementally placing bids. Nothing crazy, no leverage or anything. Just, wow, it starts bottoming out around here. Like it could take a month, 6 weeks to really start seeing things turn around here. But yeah, it is crazy how buyers just been routed, man. Wild stuff. Something like Micron today, up 5% roughly. It's just like it's not over. I don't think. Like it may not even be over. Like it's like silver in late December before it went on its crazy run again, and then it had a buying climax like up here somewhere, and then it was over. Yeah, dude, this may not even be done. It's kind of insane. You don't know, right? This is last place. Dude. You know what we look for. We're looking for value. We're looking for structures, consolidation structures, confirmation, back tests at key levels, all the things, right? You're never going to get it on stuff like this. These are runaways. But it doesn't look like there was a close and reversal candle yet. Like, not a big one. So we'll see. I mean, time will tell. Hewlett Packard, same thing. It's insane. Like they're getting ready for the highest weekly candle close in history if this keeps up for the next couple days, few days, excuse me. I mean, this is crazy. Like this may be done, selling off 4 weeks, a whole month. Big green candle last week and starting to catch fall through. This could be getting ready to go test 6430 again. That's how close we are. Insane. Intel at 4.5%. Again, like it may not be ever. It could just be a rectangle. Like it actually, hey, unless they lose 100 psychological level. It looks like a base now, like a real base from early June. 133 is your resistance to a rectangle, kind of. So it's not over yet. 3 black crows, but can you trust that? It's just wild. Like the oscillator completely reset, right? When you hit that all-time high, I mean, they took this thing to 91.8, and guess what? You're still about a little lower than that same price. You're at 60 now on the RSI. Your weekly RSI has completely reset. It is kind of insane to think about. So it's like people want to call the top. Everyone wants to call the top. But it's like, dude, it is on stuff like this, it is really hard to call the top. You think it's easy. You then go ahead and take your short. Best thing to do is like, you don't want to do anything. You just sideline and watch and enjoy. Fortinet. Look at this, man. All-time highs. Fortinet. Are you kidding me? There's not even consolidation here. It's just gone. Applied Materials. You know, hitting all-time high, but it's just still up here, man. Like, it may not be over. It's so insane. Yeah, dude, these are crazy, dude. Like, actually insane. Pan Alto or Palo Alto. Guess what? Going for a weekly all-time high. Yeah, it made an all-time high last week for the pullback. Just running it again, man. So I think, like, kind of, that eventually NVIDIA, the king of kangs of equities of all time, will go into some sort of, not this, but it will go into price discovery, which will be an incredibly conducive environment for Bitcoin to run to maybe the 70s or something. So yeah, G-Dog, yeah. It's insane. Insane in membrane. Marble, remember it made an all-time high. And yeah, it's been pulling back. You know, not all are the same. But, I mean, this one looks... What if pivoted here and they run it again, attempt to rally back to 333? That'd be insane. 30% rally. Then you got, like, oil stocks. Look at this. Look at this, man. Like, Marathon, all-time highs. It's insane. You gotta love, though, like the technicals. The back test at 160, 163 two times. 886 locally. For all this, it's just beautiful. Yeah, and on we can go. Valero, you know, same freaking story, dude. All-time highs. Hits over $300. Just Jesus chimes for a lot of things today. Oil stonks. Memory stonks. Stock picker market, that's for sure. All right. Knee, Knights of Knee.
Carl tipped $25. Apologies for the late request. Nail looking good with 3 rising valleys on daily with some HBD potential.
Oh, yeah. We'll put it to the test right now. Nextera on the weekly. Well, we start on the weekly. My God, dude, this might be it. I think this thing split or something. Bro, look at this. I mean, you want a weekly setup. Easy enough. Okay, easy enough here. Dude, hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. I think you said that. We're just going to identify that. Good. Channel our inner autism right now. The low on price, the higher low on price, the recapturing of the key old all-time high back from 2021. You're above that, you can be long. You can be long, I think. The resistance from November last year is support now. I think it's like, yeah, it's up 1.3% today. But easy, right? It's just easy. It's like, okay. Easy to strategize in this situation. Okay, right here. Stop loss where probably like 84.30 or something. Target easy. 3.33 repeating, of course. The 1272 of extension. Your second 1618. It's simple. It's a breakout trade. It's a momentum trade. It's technical trade. There's a lot of reasons here. I mean, this is not a joke. The first initial high from January 2021. Look at the realness of it. It was a head and shoulders. The left shoulder April 2022. The head, the up thrust through it. Then the back test of that level as resistance December 2022. That is such a real level. Look, 2024. You're above all that now. After that pullback, this is it. This is like, you want to take a shot? You can. You can take a shot, man. You can target 3, probably 150 psychological level. We'll just go 2. It's a very simple setup. On knee, we'll knee it right now. Take a knee, bro. Take a knee. So you just got technical indicators. Trend analysis, that's all you need. You're good. Good request, man. Forget the daily. We don't need the daily. This is a weekly trade.
Hype in the chat!
Okay. Carl, nice request, man.
The Knights of Needhamander Shrubbery.
Bruh.
That's right. Something shrubbery. That's it, dude. Thank you. Anthony, I don't know, man. That's not the sit in the place for that. And any other place, Anthony, that tells you, remember, all they did was flip a coin and it landed on the right side of the coin, because that's all 0 day to expiration options are. So yeah, futures flipping green. Let's go, dude.
Bruh.
Look here! Look, listen!
Remember that time AMD made an all-time high on a candle close last week? Well, they might do it again this week. Bro, I'm telling you, Nvidia is probably the best bet. It's probably the lowest risk bet for like the next 5 months. Like, you just want to forget about it. I think it's the one, dude. But yeah, let's come back in December and see where we're at, you know? Yeah, AVGO, Broadcom. I think that one got hit harder, right? No, I mean, yeah, I guess it did. But I mean, from 496 to 358, weekly wise, probably fine. Yeah, it'd be cool to see it back above 405, 415. But yeah, just hanging around. Kind of looks a little bit more like a Nvidia, right? Somewhat. Crazy stuff, man. So we just go back to Bitcoin. Been live now about an hour and a half. The like button, the bullet sub if you are excited about Bitcoin's weekly screaming that there is impending price action reversal upon us, which means 70, the low 70s would be a minimum target. That's, I mean, this, forget the 4 hour, which looks kind of interesting on this local high or low right here, back up against a big resistance. They can't break it yet, but if they can, man, it's gonna trigger the weekly's resolution, I believe, which could very well be above 73.8. If this is huge, man. The structure, almost 700 days, 672 days. That divergence, very real on the weekly. Anyway, bullish dragon, whatever you want to call it. We could be back, man. It could be imminent. And being back is in just terms of, oh, more green candles for a while. Not trend reversal. Not a trend reversal. Just a larger wave higher. Maybe getting back in the bullish control zone on the daily. One sec. Trying to do something I haven't done and need to do, but I don't know if I'll find it. I will. Nice. All right. Chat, it's been fun. It's been a good stream. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions in between. Jonathan, well then you'll get some short-term price action, but it probably won't mess everything up. So I'll be back. Till next time, respect, T, A.